Another day above ground, I say, thank you, Father. I'm focusing on the positives. Cause yesterday I was down, today I feel strong. Yes, His love in me heart. Dirty up my name, my wrong tongue. I do them no wrong. Jaja have we back. And I shouting, whoa, Lord, I thankful. Whoa, Lord, I thankful. It's you who give me health and strength. Whoa, Lord, I thankful. It's you give me the handful. Every day you're blessing me. Only a turn back and it's not in we nature. Money in we pocket. This life I want love it. Only a turn back and it's not in we nature. Food on we table. I good than I ever. We can jump from one way. I thankful for life. To see another sunrise. Me to one up in the air. All the stress on your mind. Put them problems aside.
Good morning. Oh, I now seeing that, my cue was off. Good morning to Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning to the street 91.9 FM. We give thanks for life, right? We give thanks for the opportunity of a new day, an opportunity to keep going in the right direction on this journey to our Lord. We are thankful. We're thankful to the Creator. We're thankful to the Creator for life. We are thankful for this blessed space that we're living in. I was saying that over the weekend I had a little time to myself to reflect. And I want to encourage Trinbagonians to take a little time to reflect with yourself. Put down the distractions. Sometimes there are a lot of distractions around, and face you. Face you. Put up a little mirror of yourself and think about yourself and your actions. Dealing with other human beings is extremely challenging at times, but the most challenging human being to deal with is ourselves. We will tell ourselves that we're always right. We will tell ourselves, ignore what other people say, although, sometimes you need to ignore what other people say. We will tell ourselves the wrong thing just to make ourselves feel good. So dealing with yourself many times is the most challenging human being you will have to deal with. Communication is key. So communicate with yourself. Not in no mad way, not in a mad way. I ain't telling people stand up and talk and answer yourself aloud, especially in public. Some conversations have in private if you're talking to yourself, right? But yourself is the most difficult person to deal with. We're taking the greetings, so good morning, caller. Morning, caller.
Pleasant good morning to you and all the listeners of 91.9. But the only thing I'd like to say,
good morning.
There are lots of snakes in the Balize. Yeah. That is a true word, right? I'll pick you up a little later, right? After the morning greetings. Look down and listening. Bye.
Thank you very much. I wonder who was on this board before, boy. Wow. Everything, almost everything is all over the place. Yeah, so facing ourselves, dealing with yourself. Here what I say in Trinidad and Tobago, don't study other people, right? You see yourself, facing yourself, communicating with yourself. I implore, I beg, I encourage, I ask, take some time and communicate with yourself. Take your time and think it over. Think it over. Take a pause. We went through this tremendous period of this COVID-19 virus thing and lockdowns, and we were forced to be indoors for some time, etc. And I really hoped that, through that adversity, because that was a challenging period in life, some of us still trying to catch back ourselves in so many ways, economically for sure, right? Well, I don't need to say Mr. Imbert anymore, Mr. Dan Paul. Some of us still trying to catch back ourselves from COVID, right? Economically. But as well, the psychological challenges that people face from that tremendous period of change. Even from the other challenges of not being able to earn having to spend time indoors, not being able to go out as you usually had been. But while there was that challenge, I also thought about maybe some of the positive implications that may have come out of such a situation. I thought about, maybe it would have driven us to introspection. Maybe we would have rethink things and appreciate family, human relations, and other things more. Maybe we would have realized how fragile life could be as well, and how quickly things could just totally change. And I prayed and I hoped that we also would have spent some of that time reflecting on ourselves, thinking about our lives and our actions and our words. Because if we hold up that mirror and we have that discussion with ourselves, we can become better. We could improve. But if we just totally show a disinterest in improvement, in evaluation, then we will remain stagnant. We will remain stagnant. And unfortunately, we're not all where we could be. We could always improve, and life should be about constant improvement. And for some of us, we are in a position where it is detrimental even to ourselves. Our thinking, our mindset is unjust, yes, to others, but not just to others. Our mindset is unjust to ourselves. So I really implore us to take that time. Right? I know I'll take any time this morning to listen to what I'm saying, and I appreciate that. I really appreciate the people who tune in on 91.9 FM Monday to Friday now from 6 to 8 p.m. I really appreciate the people who may not agree with what I'm saying all the time, or they don't like what I say because it's not what they are accustomed hearing, or not as comfortable to their ears, but they still give it a listen. I really encourage and I appreciate the maturity of us who are willing to listen to a different perspective. Trust me, I understand it is challenging. It is challenging, but that is the road to self-improvement as well. Good morning, caller.
Morning.
Morning.
Hello? I want to sing something this morning.
Please do.
All right. One bread, one body, one Lord of all, one cup of blessings which we bear, and the reason many throughout the earth. We are one body in this one Lord. Thank you.
Thank you. me see if I could do the octave. Thank you very, very, very much. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Baka.
Morning.
I like to hear, I like to hear this lady.
Yeah. She's blessed us with her beautiful voice. God has given her an absolute gift. And free of charge, she's give us it here. You can't get that, I don't know actually, but you can't get that nowhere else but 91.9 FM. All you tune in on a morning, please.
Yeah. As you say that, you know something. I never even said for one line for you. Here they say, hey, you guys coming for this 102. I tell you what I do. I tell you about the chosen few. Hey, you guys coming for this 102. I tell you what I do. I tell you about the chosen few. I never do that. I'm not a city rat. I'll never play that. Never run stray cat. I'm telling you flat. I'm not a doormat with joy in my heart. I'll never part. Never. Right from the start, I'm telling you, I'll never part. Watch out for them. Poison that will break your heart. You want no part. Right from the start. So know what you're at. I'm telling you that. Yeah, thanks.
All right, you're bad man. You're acting. All the time you're calling and you're saying you're acting. I ain't sure, you know. But when I hear it, I sure.
You ain't hear nothing yet?
And I ain't hear nothing yet the man say.
Nothing yet. You know what I doing right now? I'm doing a new repertoire, a new album, like. Right? Because most of the songs we have is on older rhythm. So I'm taking this same message now and I'm doing it on Snoop Dogg and this one and that one, hip hop.
Yeah.
I listen to Queen Omega do it. And she worked with me for years singing dancehall, backing me up.
Right.
So I said, what? When I hear she on these American style music, I start to do that. And this one right now is on one of them boy and them. They're them rappers now. I usually rap now and I'm starting to rap because I find I could put plenty more information in one song and all kind of tricks. So I rap it now.
Nice.
So that is I rap. But anyhow, as we on the line and music, let me tell you something. It has some youth men I know. We're learning to sing and practicing to sing. But, you know, suspiciously, all this singing is bad man music. Gun song, who could kill who could blow up who head. And, you know, that is for them in a state of mind. That, you see, killing part, the youths and them activating quick in that vexation thing. And you understand? And they believe in a lot of revenge. We're supposed to somehow influence, forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. We need that bad. They may know nothing about that. The first word in the thing, forgiveness.
Yeah.
Right? And probably from it's parents, you know, so much people don't know nothing about God. Right? That way causing the thing. You see Revelation, we know nothing about the Revelation. That is why you see nobody at PPN or trying to make a change in spite of all where they see coming, whether COVID, whether this, whether that, nobody is making a change. So the Black Caucus movement, that is what I was seeing that highly important for.
I want to stop you early. I don't want you to go too far because I want to talk about the point you just make, all right?
Yeah. But you see, religion could divide we. This is why the Black Caucus movement is important, because you see, if a man stick on his own religious belief, that is what causing black people to be like this, right? And making use them, they're talented. I just listen to them, right? I doesn't want to get old in music, so I keep evolving. I keep changing. When men coasting on them young people music, I just take the music and put message on it. Right? Hardcore message. They take the gunman rhythm and show them how you could convert it into truth and knowledge, and it will sound better to me. Right?
Thanks.
When we start to link better, you go,
No problem, man. Blessings. Thank you.
Yeah.
better continue to let people call in and sing as well, boy. But what you are accustomed to, and I was speaking to a teenager yesterday, what you are accustomed hearing appeals to you. So some people, whatever they are accustomed hearing is what naturally as a human being you are inclined to as well. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Blessed morning, Fuad.
Yeah, man. Blessed morning, brother.
It's a time to pray, a time to celebrate, and a time to war.
Yeah.
Right now in the political war, right? Well, Fuad,
Mm-hmm.
this morning, right, I see some former workers was working on this radio station here. We last 12, they said they're working for 12 years, 13 years.
Forget that. We want no ads with that. Forget that. Talk our next topic, day. Forget that.
I will not burn them out now, so evil and wicked is now.
Nah, forget that. Change your topic. Forget that.
I go take back in.
Yeah, blessings.
Yeah, love.
Yeah, man. We are here, 91.9 FM, Voices of the Street, and we are on a path trying to achieve a higher level of thinking. That is where we are and where we want to be. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum, my brother.
Yeah, wa alaikum salam. Peace be unto you, brother. Welcome.
Yeah, my brother, I listen to you. Well, when you start, right, you talk about the stress event you under the pandemic country, right?
Yeah.
Well, with that now, I have a thought. This is why I decided to ask you this question this morning. During the pandemic, if you remember, the WHO organization pulled a certain vaccine back off the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's the AstraZeneca, because they said it was complicated, it had problems, right? Now that was in the public domain, right?
Yeah.
Now it had people who take that vaccine and lost life, went through complications. We was naturally bullied as a public to take vaccine that we could work. Some people lost their work.
Yeah.
Some people lost lives. Some people. Well, I want to know if there's any redress that we could take for that situation. I will listen off there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's a tremendous point, brother. I don't know that there are many people who have challenged. I don't know any, but I would like to think that some person may have challenged the use of those vaccines and the effects that they would. The difficulty would be trying to prove that the negative effects that ensued were caused by the vaccine. And I can imagine that because of the widespread use, those who created, administered, and even those who forced us to take some of those vaccines wouldn't want any liability for such, because the liability would be so great. You know, I don't know any cases of, but again, we have been through some things as a people, even as a generation. It has been, some trying times, and life is trying, so we're not crying. But at the same time, we have to recognize the circumstances that we have been through and the impact that it has had on us and our people. My heart goes out to the families that lost loved ones during the period of COVID. Many, even more than usual, lost their lives during that period of time. And, there was the attribution of all circumstances, almost many circumstances, to COVID. But it was just, a very, very frightening time. We didn't understand totally. We were only brought to positions of understanding what was taking place as it went along. We had to put a tremendous amount of trust in people who had responsibility. And that is challenging for me because I know the human being, and it's hard, difficult to trust those who ascend to offices at times, right? Morning, caller. Go ahead.
Morning, poet.
Good morning.
I think that this morning KFC have a very valid contribution to make. And sometime before you shut down your program this morning, you should let KFC air his contribution. All right?
All right.
Thank you.
No problem. Yeah. What we want to do is to focus on what we are trying to do as well. I welcome the people who are here, who are willing to hear something a little different. There are people in Trinidad and Tobago, radio stations have advertising, they have owners, they have other things. There are people who are comfortable just hearing the same thing over and over, not just for now, for years. And that is something that is natural with the human being sometimes. They incline to what they are accustomed to. I study a lot of psychology as well, and we must understand ourselves. We must understand our shortcomings even, and our natural desires as human beings as well. Because those things are what incline us towards certain action that can be detrimental to ourselves. And that's what I'm speaking about. And all of us will say that we want to improve ourselves and we want, well, I ain't even sure about that one. But all of us should want to improve ourselves and to be on a path of understanding and benefit for ourselves. But if you are unwilling to come out of the little boxes that sometimes you put yourself in, it is to your own detriment. It is not ignorance and stupid not to know, you know. It is ignorant and stupid not to know and to be unwilling to even learn. You know, my father used to teach us we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, and we should listen more than we speak. And I got a really nice video from someone I know over the weekend. And, it was saying that when you speak about what you know. And we might just know what we know, but there's a lot of knowledge and information out there. But when we listen, if we listen, we have the ability to take in what so many others may know. So let us not limit ourselves. 91.9 and Voices of the Street is not about limiting yourself. It is about unlocking the potential and the intelligence that we have. And yes, some of us, we're on different levels of development, but Trinbagonians, I'm speaking it into existence, we are not stupid. We are not stupid. Trinbagonians, we are not stupid. We know a mama guy. We know lies. We might get accustomed to it. We might get comfortable with it. We know God. So stop turning away from the Creator. But the deception of the deceiver is real. It have real deception out here. What is David Rudder sing about the mind benders? There's some mind benders. So let us respect what is truth and what is honest. Let us respect development of self. Let us challenge what we think before. Let us give something different an opportunity. Let us come out of that comfort zone. The comfort zone uncomfortable, you know. For example, Trinidad is an uncomfortable place, you know. It's comfortably uncomfortable. It had to be uncomfortable if you're going out to ATM. And I'm a strong young man. You know, I ain't really afraid per se of anything. I've come to terms with my mortality, and that when God has written for me, He has written for me. By coming out to use an ATM, and I am cautious. Trinidad is uncomfortable in certain ways. It is uncomfortable economically to not be sure, to not have a little something there in case. That's uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable to think where you're getting the next meal from, or how you're going to make up for next year, not next term, school books or whatever. It's uncomfortable. But we stay in some comfort zones of this is what it is, and this is what it is, this and this, and it don't matter what is this. We must challenge ourselves. We must be willing for our own sake. So I'm grateful for the people who willing to challenge themselves. I'm really grateful for the people who will wake up this morning, they listen, and we talk about talking to yourself and self-development, and will actually try to sit down this evening, sometime when they get a little quiet time, and talk to themselves and reevaluate themselves. Now, will that make us as a people better? Will that make us better? As opposed to same rah, which has existed for much years, whatever, pointing you down a direction that has not brought us to where we're supposed to be. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And all there are people questioning whether they want to go to heaven if this is what, what exists, what being done here. On the contrary, having people anxious to go to heaven because this is we cannot come and lie to each other. And it is a damn lie to come to tell people that because you challenge your thinking, because we speak about the issues in the society and we're looking for a way forward, that we being negative. That's a lie. Stop that lying and outright deception. Let us face the facts. You have to have a level of bravery to challenge someone else, who might be strong or whatever. But you have to have a greater level of bravery to challenge yourself. To accept the monster in yourself, the delusions of self. To think, why I think in this way, boy? Who really have me on a string, boy? It possible somebody using me all this time? What you want to tell yourself? You want to tell yourself nobody ever used you? You want to tell yourself the people who claim to love you, they love you and they could never be the ones using you? That's why you challenge it. Think about it again. And I know across the length and breadth of Trinidad and Tobago, I know we are not stupid. I just walk the streets of Trinidad and Tobago. I just interact with the average man. Some people are a little doing it, but for a great proportion of us, we not stupid. They make us feel powerless. They make us feel trapped. They make us feel in a rock and a hard position. We don't know what to do, but we're not stupid. But we're not stupid. Right, so as we go into the next hour, we're going to the little topics of what facing our country today. And I invite people to call in and share your view any side, and let's reach to the truth. We'll be back.
Attention business owners. Are you looking to reach a vast audience and boost your brand's visibility? Then look no further. The Street 919 FM is here to help you shine. With over 170,000 followers on our social media platforms, our radio station is the perfect platform to showcase your products and services. Join us and let your message be heard by thousands of eager listeners. Contact us now to learn more about our affordable advertising packages. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity to connect with your target audience. Advertise with the Street 919 FM today. For more information, call 399-5959, 384-2232, or 378-1470.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
Digicel. Vibes get done, data get done, minutes get done, speed get done. Digicel is the real #1. Switch and done, hurry up and come cause while you're waiting, everybody online speeding. Full bars to the top, yeah we leading. Digicel have it luck and you need to switch it. Now is the right time to come in or sign up online. Digicel is one of a kind. Make up your mind and make the switch today. For 30 days you don't even have to pay. Keep that same phone number, don't worry, we've got ya. With Digicel the vibes got no way. But you have to switch today.
Switch to the bigger, better network. Digicel, better together.
Come party.
Hey, what's up? This is your boy Major Hype, and guess what? It's all about Tobago. We're getting ready for Tobago. That's right, it all takes place in Tobago. Scarborough, Pigeon Point, everybody come out. Let me have a good time and let me enjoy ourselves now, man. It's all about comedy and party. It's going to be a crazy...
Man, you see that what I can't take with all you?
All right, let me do this.
Listen, not a party, it's party. Let's have a party. You don't listen.
You can't win everything, brother.
The teeth in me right through, but it's okay.
Comedy Party, Friday, 18th April. Fairways Tobago Plantation, featuring Caribbean King of Comedy, Major Hype and Friends. Friday, 18th April. Get your tickets at Cache stores nationwide. Fairways Restaurant and the Lounge Plantation. Jenny's on the Boulevard. All E-Clip Eli locations and online at islandetickets.com. Comedy show and party with all the top DJs.
Comedy and party. Have a party. We're gonna have a party. party after the comedy.
Sponsored by Cache, top-ranking guest house and tours, and Jenny's on the Boulevard.
Keep your money safe, let your money grow. Keep your money safe, let your money grow. You can trust, Unit Trust, a Trinbagonian institution for every single generation. You can trust, Unit Trust. Let us show you how to be wealthy. Come to us. While you sleep, you can grow your money. Unit Trust. Secure your future financially. Unit Trust.
You're occupying a home and need documents of your own. Come in, come in, come in. Paperwork could help you find peace, so secure your HTC lease. Come in, come in, come in. They're regularizing, so start organizing to visit the HTC. Don't waste no time, hurry over online. Benefit from the amnesty, handle it skillfully.
Get regularized now. Visit hdc.gov.tt, click on the Forms tab, then scroll to the Rental Regularization Transfer Form and fill out the required information. You can also WhatsApp 325-2578 or 328-6013 to access the forms. More information can be found on our website. Be at peace. Get your HDC lease.
Listen closely.
Businesses win with lower taxes. Families win with no property taxes. You will win with dialysis clinics. Families will win when we give them legal firearms to defend their home. And the senior citizens will win of having doctors visit senior citizens in their homes. Our children will win with laptops, textbooks, expanded gate, and scholarships.
When UNC wins, everybody wins.
This is yours truly, Wendy H. Lewis, host of A Woman's Worth, right here on Street 91.9 FM. Tune in every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, and on Tuesdays, 11 a.m. to 12 noon. We are commemorating International Women's Month, the month of March. Throughout the program, you will hear inspiring stories of trailblazing women. We will be engaging in meaningful conversations about gender equality and spotlight the voices of those making a difference in their communities. So whether you are a leader, mother, a professional, an entrepreneur, or just a young woman trying to find your path, this is the program for you. This is your time, this is your space, this is your celebration. Join us right here on Street 91.9 FM.
A woman's worth.
Port of Spain, Point Fortin. It's your turn to laugh like never before. Alternative International Comedy Festival featuring comedy star Damian Melville in concert with added drama, including Damian Melville as Dr. Rowley.
Listen to that. There's never a day you could wake up and you hear, what a lovely day. What beautiful sunshine. Let me go on the beach. Let me go and check my neighbor I haven't seen for a while. All you just get from them is yang, 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 yang. That is all.
Coming to Winifred Atwell Auditorium, Queens Hall, Saturday, March 22nd, and Mahaika Oval Sporting Complex, Point Fortin, Saturday, March 29th. Both shows, 7 p.m. Get tickets today and save a fantastic $50 while stock lasts at islandetickets.com. Cache, Port of Spain, Gulf City Mall, Trin City Mall, Michelle's Arima, Passade the Food King, and Food Fantasy, Point Fortin, Valini's, San Fernando, Crosby, St. James, Extra Food Supermarkets, nationwide. For more info, call Alternative Festival Hotline at 774-5555.
Looking for a safe and relaxed professional massage therapist and nutritionist? Look no further. Nature's Touch with Empress Judy and Associates offers a natural approach to better health. Treat yourself to a professional massage therapy and nutrition advice in a safe and relaxed atmosphere. Rejuvenate your body, mind, and soul at Nature's Touch Therapy. For an appointment, please call or WhatsApp 1-868-398-8282. or visit our Facebook page. Remember, your health is our responsibility at Nature's Touch.
The
presence of oxygen is absolutely the absence of disease. Most chronic diseases that plague us are not happening to us, but is happening within us. We're literally eating ourselves to death, which means we're not living longer, we're dying longer. Join fitness expert Alloy Johnson, the founder of the healthiest corner on earth, located at number 92 East Drive, Champlain, every Wednesday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on the Street 919 FM, where he shows you that healing the body's temple is easier than anyone would have led you to believe.
Planning your Tobago getaway? Choose the highest Google-rated car rental company on the island, O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago. Located just minutes from the A&R Robinson International Airport, at O'Neill, we pride ourselves on being the most tech-savvy car rental company in Tobago. Our process is 100% digital. No paperwork, no long lines. From easy pickup to seamless returns, renting a car in Tobago has never been simpler. WhatsApp us now at 1-868-361-1042 to book your vehicle. Don't forget to mention promo code RADIO2 to receive a 5% discount on your rental. Send a WhatsApp message to 1-868-361-1042 today. That's 1-868-361-1042. O'Neill Auto Rentals Tobago, the easiest, most reliable car rental experience on the island.
Vehicle availability is subject to change. Driver must be at least 25 years old and have a valid driver's license to book. For more information, visit www.rentalcartobago.com.
Lent is here, and the castle is making fasting easy and tasty. Come enjoy any of our 5 delicious fish options, all made with a fresh catch, seasoned local style, and cooked to golden perfection. Try the fish meal. 2 slices of fish with a side. The fish combo. 2 slices of fish, 1 side, and a drink. Maybe the fish sandwich combo of 1 sandwich, a side, and a drink. Want more fish? Well, the Royal Fish Meal is for you. Enjoy a slice of fish, a fish sandwich with a side and a drink. Or maybe you just want our famous fish sandwich. The delicious Lenten specials are hot and waiting for you at your nearest Royal Castle.
TTMF and HMB have joined forces to offer you greater mortgage, financing, and investment advantages under one roof. Welcome to TTMB, the new Trinidad and Tobago Mortgage Bank. Call 625-8863 or visit ttmortgagebank.com to learn more. TTMB, the Trinidad and Tobago Mortgage Bank. Own your future.
And we are back. Good morning again to Trinidad and Tobago, to Voices of the Street, 91.9 FM. All those who are listening, tell a friend, call somebody, message them, tell them Fuad Abubakar is on live Monday to Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. And the discussion's interesting. 3420081 4665391. Be part of the discussions. We open the lines for any and everybody. I don't reject a call. You know, sometimes I ask that people don't be too long, you know, just to give others the opportunity. But we discuss what is going on in Trinidad and Tobago. We discuss self-development. We discuss how we could improve individuals and then families and of course our entire nation, because we understand we are interconnected. We're not isolated as individuals. It cannot be that just me, I alone matter and nobody else matters and I just am interested in my own self alone. That is a self-destructive way of thinking. So with that in mind, we discuss the issues that facing us today. And I read the newspapers, all 3 newspapers yesterday I went through, and some things stood out to me. I saw numerous congratulations to the Prime Minister select. I don't know if it's select or elect. I think it's more select. Mr. Stuart Young. I saw countless, well, you could count them. So about 10 congratulations, full page ads basically from, different government agencies, a couple private, and I don't have, if private people want to say congratulations to Prime Minister and they spending their money, that's cool. But state-run companies, which is our money basically, paying for some real nice pictures, they just take the best picture here. Full color ads, full page ads of congratulations to Prime Minister Stuart Young. And I feel as though that's a bit of a waste of money in these challenging times where we need what little resources to be put into positive things. I feel as though the state agencies are somewhat getting involved in advertising for that individual in a little roundabout way. And I feel as though we have to call ourselves to better ethics and behavior. And I saw that the Spiritual Baptist group, I know Mr. Cummings is big with them, and I know that in Trinidad and Tobago, different groups, religious, social, and of course the big groups, the economic groups, they have this interconnection sometimes with politics, and people lobby them, politicians lobby them. So they were given $10 million. It seemed like a big amount. It feels as though, and just off my recollection, it's significant. It's a significant figure as compared to what we would have thought about in the past. We know people have gotten and groups have gotten money. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't get money or they don't deserve or whatever. Every group that is socio-religious and other groups who are contributing to this society should have that level of assistance to do the tremendous job that they do. The interconnection with politics and the proximity to election kind of raises a little eyebrows. But if we are honest, and you could challenge what I'm saying, if we are honest, this is the modus operandi, this is the way that politicians often act. They take our money and they give it to individuals and groups for their own benefit, their own political benefit as well. And that is not the best practice. So in the Port of Spain area, everybody is election here. I say it as well. If you ain't get nothing now in Trinidad and Tobago, you ain't getting nothing no time at all. So there's this fever within the society as well, this anticipation of goodies. Even an election budget that is the precursor to the election, you normally look forward to certain things being eased up. You had an election reshuffle, so they moved the Minister of Finance, who's kind of unpopular, who brought us, or who was the image to property tax and other, subsidy decrease, and who is, has an image of really not so people friendly. And they removed them. Of course, he has other reasons why they removed him. You know, and I heard a blogger that blogs for him, given some other reasons. You look forward in this time for some type of delivery of something. And that's why I say Trinidadians not stupid, you know. And I like the ground to a certain extent in certain ways because men looking fit. Men and women, colloquially, that's, you know, they're looking fit. And you know, there's the time where they will get a little mama guy, they might get a little something. So in Port of Spain, all I could confirm to me if it's true, all I don't know is true. You know, they throw out some URP, they throw out some more work. Basically, you just sign your name and you collect money over the next period. And people under pressure. And this is the culture of our politics. And I ain't even trying to knock the hustle. And I ain't trying to mash up the hustle either. Good job, Mr. Stewart Young. Give the people more. Because bet your bottom dollar, the financiers and the big people in this society get their pound of flesh. When they tell us about the average man weaning off the government and all that talk, money flows in Trinidad and Tobago from gas and oil, and the opportunities, the development, the construction, the energy sector, the contracts, the this, the that, all of those opportunities to access money, wealth, opportunity to make wealth, the people at the top of the society grab and grapple fit. For a matter of fact, a lot of the battle in politics is just about access. If all you want to hear the truth and want to understand what is taking place in your society, 91.9 FM. If you want to live in La La Land and to be taken advantage of and to be used as a rubber stamp, them is the voter pool. I remember a friend of mine who was involved in the PNM, I don't say friend, associate, he said as long as these old people keep coming out, as long as we just go for them, we list, we have a little while again where we untouchable. Once we could get these, which they don't know they could, the solid block out, they can't touch us. Sorry, caller, I tried to take the call. And he say, Fuad, you wasting your time trying with these young people and them, you know, they do vote. And to get them out, real difficult. But you see these old people who we have here. This now I say, the person probably laughing, listening if they're listening. Good morning.
Hey, morning.
Morning, sir. I'm good, man. I'm good. Welcome.
Hey, good. Thanks, man. So I think I heard last week. Right now you're on the morning every day.
Yeah, man. We on Monday to Friday.
Monday to Friday. Happy to hear that, because at least when it was Tuesday to Tuesday alone, I used to really look forward to it. So blessings, brother. Keep up the great work, and you're speaking the truth. I listened to you last week Friday there, and don't let anybody. You might already know this. Even sometimes if it's you alone speaking it and thinking it in a humble, logical, clear mind, everything you're saying is real. We need change. We need betterment in this country, and we need persons who are about reality, not about sweet talk, not about glitz and glamour, actually utilizing the resources and the capability of the country in the best way for everyone in the country. Equal opportunity. And that is not even like a little loophole for persons who lazy and want to just profit off of the hard work. So keep up the good work, brother. Full respect.
Yeah, man. Thanks. Full respect. So we about what is truly going on here. And I really want to beg my elders, boy, to see the game, to understand the game that they're playing with us, and reject that game. Reject that game for our sake. And let them shape up. They will shape up, If they they bent on getting power, These people bent on getting power. It's not no joke thing. They thirsty for it, so to speak. Morning, caller.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Blessed week ahead of you. I'm a senior citizen. I'm 76 years of age. I was at my barber on Saturday, and there's, just sitting there talking in a barber shop, you get all sort of talks and so on. And mostly being a senior citizen and having a chat with the barber and the customers coming in there. It's in St. Joseph. And from what I'm hearing from the younger guys, it's no longer how we used to think, And it's not a matter of race again, So much people are being depressed with jobs. They don't have the basic necessities in life. And they're changing their minds. When you spoke this morning of the old heads and so on, that influence has now departed. The younger generation has a different mindset and thinking of their grandparents. And I'm telling you, St. Joseph, where I born and grew up, I'm seeing a wave of younger generation, not going the same way of their grandparents, That's a fact. Even in Tobago, which I do a lot of business in Tobago, there's nothing to say there's a safe seat again,
Yeah.
I think there may be some surprises in this election that will stun the ruling party. I think so, because on the ground with my workers, being around, active in business, I'm seeing a different mindset of the younger generation. They are depressed. They are hard-ridden for jobs. It is a fight for survival.
Yeah.
And you are seeing a different mindset. And I think we are judging the younger generation in a bit harsh. That I feel that they are going out to vote. I wouldn't say all will go out, but there are a great percentage of the younger generation is going to sting their finger. And even in Tobago,
I'm not sure about in Trinidad and some of the urban communities. I've looked at not just the statistics because I know them. When I tell you I know, I just sit down and eat with them, lime with them, talk with them, and they are disenchanted with the political process. They upset, and I praying that I could encourage, that strong frustration to revolt politically against what is existing, because it cannot continue. So I open, but I'm telling you, it's challenging for them. It's challenging.
Yeah, but I mean, when these young guys with a 2 children and 1 kid, and facing that drama of not having a what you call employment, is a 1 day here and a 2 day here and a 3 day here, people are getting fed up, and that is a life that they have to look after, not only themselves, but I think the younger generation now is seeing it different. I think the old thing of long time politics is now getting out the window.
Yeah.
I think so. And I think there will be a change.
All right.
A change of voting. They'll be surprised.
Have
a blessed day, my brother. Good
we'll
program.
See, yeah. I could say that I'm sure that there's a lot of frustration and that young people have checked out at the system to some extent, and some of them might go out still. Morning, caller.
Yes. Morning, Imam Fuad. Abubakar. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Well, all you know my voice. I am President Trinidad and Tobago Villager. And your topic start this morning with communication. I always just listen to hear the reality of subject matter, title and thing. And that would, it's so serious in this world that many of us already, although we have the WW communication that we learn that just mouth to mouth, going further now, it's going ear to ear. So you start a good conversation and using the self-awareness in that is a great, great factor also, because that is part of what will bring us to understand truth, understand the reality of how life is, nature as itself, the existence, and bring us to disciplines. Disciplines where is definitely needed for us to exist in this life in the way I accept that, oh God, truth, give us to live, because everything you have to be disciplined in existing in this existence for all that it have to offer. And these factors is very, very serious. My brother now talk, I go slip in quick before I forget it. My brother now talk about the young generation. Yes, they're changing, but their votes, would you get it? The program on evening, I don't talk much about no other program. I used to be on it. I just be on a will, I had a call. So there's nothing I'm going to say wrong here. But the evening program from 4 to 7 does well, you know. Because that program enlightens a lot of people of the wrongs and right, what could even be changing the society as it is. But the factor of the different two, what you may call opposition and government, that is a factor that playing in the society in such a way through this racial barrier of voting. And all of that is part of it. But let us go back to the communication. That it is such a serious word that in our life, communication is the key to us existing. And it goes as far as truth, to acknowledge the reality, as I used the word earlier on, acknowledge the reality of things, the nature of things. And once we do that, we tend to see the truth, the reality that we're supposed to live in acknowledging and also gaining experiences, good, tolerant, productive, disciplined experiences to survive. These factors in our nature should be, because if we don't have them, the chaos that is happening is why it happened. Now, in respect that we put people on top to man the situations of our country, then a whole country of 1.4 million put 14 people. Tell me what kind of percentage in there that's so vague that the people of themselves can't control the country or the community or the environment. This is where we as a people have to understand where communication with one another to bring a factual living with a good dignity and destiny for us is important. Because I say again, it's only 41 people you have up on top there, aside from Massa. We must understand where Massa fit in, and Massa must find his own place now in our society where we are growing more in knowledge, recognizing that Massa is a problem through all the economics, the developments, and all of that we not getting. It's so lacking for us having a greater good of living, because they hoarding, they greedy, they oppressive. The young generation, yes, go back to them, they're seeing all of that. I have many brothers who say me ain't going and vote, but it have many of them saying that PLM is staying in either too. But would they vote, make a count, because many of them would tell you frank comment, me ain't going and vote. What that doing for me, I still have to work. So I ain't going to go because I could talk well plenty the truth. Right? So I'm going to hold on that for the moment. I talk kind of quiet and understanding today. The truth, as I have it in a document, is as trustees, the duty of communication and information, and having also digital transformation, division, and so forth. This communication, or if you hear it inside the consciousness of truth, well, these things and them will work. Those profiles are put out there, not portfolios. It will work. Let us put the 12 disciples in position under the discipline, because you can't have a disciple without a discipline. All who just talk about disciples, disciplines is what will bring disciple, because a discipline is a phenomenon in existence. And if the human being uses the discipline, then he becomes a disciple in his fullest. And it's time we start to use that, see God as truth, and live the truth that you see God as, because in truth, we need truth to exist. Thank you, Imam Fuad Abu Bakr. Thank you, Trinidad and Tobago, and I will listen to the rest of the program. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Morning, caller. Go ahead.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, this is not complicated at all, This is absolutely simple. And I always want to commend you for getting up in the morning and coming and attempting to do what you're doing. You have a pen and piece of paper in front of you?
1 second.
Right.
Yes, I do. Go ahead.
Good. It is very good that you have attempted to do what you are doing. Let me go straight to it. Your father was a man who tried in his own way to make a difference. There's a saying, it's better to try and fail than fail to try. And I want to urge you to be proud of your father's efforts and everything like that. Whether who want to think he was right, wrong, or indifferent or anything, I have no opinion. All I know is that the man was trying, because you have many of us who ain't trying nothing at all. And he was a very courageous man. And you must promote the whole idea and the notion about citizens being courageous, because we are the government. And I want to urge you to realize that this is what is lacking from the young people to all the senior citizens. We have abrogated our responsibility as individuals. Each one of us has to govern ourselves and govern what is going on around us. We do not need people to tell us how to do this or that or the other. 100 years ago, go back to times like 1902 and all these times, we didn't have anybody telling us how to live with our husbands and our wives and everything. We didn't have that. We governed ourselves appropriately. So you had a bunch of people who happened to know more about the history of the world. Now it's 100 years.
Yeah.
1919, the rum that is called 1919 rum, it is smooth. But in 1919, the smoothest operation took place on the world. That is why that rum was named 1919. Just the rum in Trinidad here. This little country have a rum that is named in reflection of what happened in the time, in the generations gone. So you have 100 years now.
Plus, I didn't know that. You just taught me something. I didn't know that's why it's 1990.
Well, I want you to understand the smoothest operation took place on the world in 1919.
Right.
That's why the rum was named 1919.
Right.
That's why you have what happened in 2020, because it was about 100 years.
Yeah.
There are people who are running this program who have more information, and they are shaping the story.
Yeah, yeah.
And that is because we have abrogated our responsibility to govern ourselves appropriately. So I'm urging you to do this.
Yeah.
What you need to do, it is wonderful to take something that is nothing and turn it into something. It gives you entitlement, and maybe your show may not have many, many listeners, or maybe it does and we don't know that. But what you have to do is you have to promote your program with strategy. So I'm urging you now, as a young brother, in the evening, you have to go to the taxi stands in the evenings. This is what you have to do. You have to go to the Shogun's taxi stand. You have to go to the Arima taxi stand. You have to go to City Gate. And you have to show the people and allow all those people to know that when they go onto these maxis and they're spending time to go home in the evening, that when they're coming back in the morning, they must ask the drivers to tune in to your station where your program is, and that is one of the ways you will be able to build the consciousness that you are attempting to build the consciousness.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
President have a lot to say, and he's very potent, and he's very prolific, and he's saying a lot of things. Okay? All good. I'm speaking to you and the work that you have to do, because I know that you probably invest in your money and your time. You have to go out there. You have to become your own little radio station when you're not on the radio. You go to the taxi stands, present yourself, and get, and you're still already grounded. The young people, as we are saying, they're all very frustrated, and many of them are going to tell you that they're not going to go and do any voting. So the conversation that the gentleman had in the barber shop, it might sound very, very interesting, but at the end of the day, it ain't have much bite. Because when election day come, most of them studying about how they will go for the dollar that they don't have the day before the election, and they're studying on how here we're going. I ain't going to waste my time and go and do whatever. All kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So much of the same is going to remain, as you pointed out. You pointed out clearly that there is a difference between what you think you experienced in the barbershop and what going on really happened. And you and I know that what you're saying has been well looked at by you. Okay? Yeah. But this is not difficult. Let me finish up quickly and tell you something. Eh? All this country needs is for people to know that every day as an adult, you must get up and go and find a job. There's plenty of things to be done. And go to work every day and to go on time. The entire public service, hardly anybody is going to work on time and going every day. Let's understand this. How do you have a country where people going to work at work at 10 o'clock when they're supposed to be at work at 9 or 8 o'clock? Right? The whole transportation arrangement to get to work is a big problem. Why do you have to get up at 5:30 with your children to get to work for 8 o'clock?
Yeah.
And then in the evening, you have to turn around and go back again. All of these people, right, who are suffering like that every single day, how you expect them to perform and want to feel like doing anything if for 5 years you have to be in the traffic every morning and going back in the evening, same thing with your children.
Yeah.
It is a simple thing. Sort that out. So you are in a position now, I tell you to go to the taxi stand in the evening, present yourself, and whatever you do with the mileage that you gain with that, you're entitled to do that. You feeling what I'm telling you?
Will do. Wonderful advice, and I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much.
It ain't complicated at all.
Yeah.
It's really easy. Build your brand. Build your brand. And learn how to do it effectively.
Yeah. Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So we have people in our nation who are interested in our nation and interested in the welfare of others. And there is nothing more beautiful than that. There is nothing better than a human being who cares about someone else. Good morning, caller. Welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Abu Bakr.
Morning.
I listened to your caller just now.
Yeah.
And based on what he was saying just now, there was a talk show host, I don't know if you have ever heard about him, called George Umbala Joseph.
Yeah.
He would ask him, "You're a madman or what?" Because what he's telling you to do, I want to challenge him to do it first. Go in Citygate and hop a maxi. And when he get in that maxi, tell that driver, change the station he have and put it on the station he requests. I want him to come back before this week is over and tell us how much maxi he ride, and he told them change the station coming down on the PBR.
Yeah,
I
well,
want him to do that.
well, it have a way.
Do it, you do it.
It have a way to do it. It could be challenging, but listen, honestly, I have done that level of, if you want to call it guerrilla marketing already. I've gone to, and I
Tell drivers change the station.
no, you ask them kindly is, hey,
Oh.
on a morning when I'm on, can you put on this, or the passenger as well? Excuse drive. We could listen to 91.9 boy, or it has
right.
you could do it. You just don't know how to communicate.
All right.
But
I
it,
want him. He
yeah.
should be the first to do it. Come back and tell us he did it and the results. Let me
Yeah.
move on.
Go ahead, caller.
The caller spoke about, your first caller talked about the youths and how the youths frustrated and no jobs and whatever. But what was amazing, Kamala Prasad Bissessa gave them programs where they could have get, well, not programs. She had a life sport something where they were getting money and not doing nothing. And you know what that did? That created a lot of lazy young men.
Caller,
I remember
caller, you were
a guy
part.
telling me in Karanaj, what?
No,
What you say?
no, I am aware of the program now. I am aware of the program, and I know a number of people who were involved in the program. And it's not really genuine to say that they weren't doing anything. To be honest, that's not true. I know there was a lot of money. I know there was a lot of money involved.
Yes, a young man from Karanaj told me they used to go and sign up in some field, a savannah up in Karanaj, sign and just go back home and watch cable, and I ball out like Alan Roberts. What?
Yeah, but caller, let us be very honest.
Oh, Jesus.
Caller, let us be very honest. That is not 100% true. I know.
Well, all might not have done it. All might not have done it. But when that young man told me that, I could not believe it. I could not believe it. I say, what?
And let me.
And look at the big bacchanal turnout with that live sport. If it was so good, and Kamala Prasad Bissessa introduced that, and what happened? She still lose the election.
Yeah.
You don't give a man a fish. You teach him to fish.
Yeah.
And that is the mistake she made. So,
yeah.
young people now, Minister Cummings is teaching them to fish. They're giving them a skill that they could be employable. Not give you 10 days and a CPEP and a nonsense and all this rubbish. Teach them to earn a living. You know much a plumber come in my house, I better have 250, whether he changed to wash or not.
Yeah.
They make, when we had the COVID, the tradesmen was making money. Electricians, plumbers, they could have go and work. Yes. Yeah. Make yourself employable. Not to stretch out your hand.
I agree 100%. Sure.
Yes. Make yourself marketable and employable. Talking about the government and giving nothing and be frustrated and depress my foot. The traffic, the fella talk about the traffic. How come the people working in the private sector facing the same traffic as the public servants, but they have to go to work? You think they could tell their boss, oh God, it had so much traffic, I will come late. They better be there on time. It's only the government service, this crap.
No, but that was not the point. The point,
to stop.
No, the point was the fact that we lose our lives on the road in terms of hours, and that the frustration, the cost that it takes, the toll that it takes on the human being is ridiculous for 2025. And if we're going to be productive as a people, then that is something that's supposed to be tantamount on our agenda to rectify. And we cannot be here at 2025 without that rectified. 2 hours, 3 hours, sometimes before and after. People change their whole life. People move from where they used to live. Just because how many miles, which should take 40 minutes at max, taking 2.5 hours, that is inexcusable of all of our governments. And I would like to say, let us be real. Now, I just spoke about right now, yesterday, Friday, the people called me, right? They taking in people for URP, whatever, this quick program before election, and you just have to sign and get money. If you do not have, you are going to grasp at it. And every single government has done it. Don't feel, and I am saying that the most vulnerable people who need help, I am not averse to helping them. I want to encourage them to work. But giving money to the poor people in our society could only stimulate our economy more, because they are the ones who spend. Giving all the money to those on top who do nothing. I telling you, they do nothing. I sit down with some of them in the office with their foot cock up while we work to make them rich. While the brightest mind coming out of these schools, the little Afro and Indian boy, clever like that, the intelligence, Mr. Jerry Brooks, the CEOs, Mr. Gervais Warner, intelligent like that, run their entire corporations with their intelligence, and they just have money and access, and the money just buy more money, and all the opportunities flow to them. That not fair. It is not a just society. So I am not going to just licks who getting $1,000 in this election period because they're trying to get them to vote for them, and not licking the poor man and leaving the rich who drinking the whole fountain. The whole fountain, the 90% of the pie, he have access to. And the poor man, if the poor man...
waiting for the UNC. If you're not waiting for the UNC, I hear they come into a contest seat down in the Go Martin here, are waiting for them. Wherever they offer in, are going to take.
Yes.
But let me tell you something.
Everything, everybody offer you, take it.
Could you remember something called Rapid Rail?
Yes.
Patrick Manning wanted to bring in, and the UNC shut it down. They get on the thing. The Rapid Rail with a ease up all that out on the East-West corridor. But they didn't want it.
We go into the break, and I understand what you're saying.
God bless Patrick Manning. God bless the late Patrick Manning. He had vision. Have a blessed day.
Yeah, we go into the short break, and we will be back. Thank you very much for raising some important points. Yes, we want a society where our young people have sustainable jobs and they don't have to just put out their hand.
Brought to you by Royal Castle, our culture, our taste.
In this month, close to 2 billion Muslims worldwide observe Ramadan, their most holy and beloved month, yet most difficult. 30 days of fasting from food and drink and praying build mental fortitude and closeness to Allah. There is a lesson in their sacrifice, discipline, and faith, a motivation to us all to be resilient and look forward to a brighter day. Just as the hunger of Ramadan ends with the joys of Eid, it is our prayer that the power of this holy month inspire humanity to awaken, to remember God, and to make this world a better place. Ramadan Mubarak to our Islamic community and our nation from your Royal Castle.
Thinking of what to have for lunch or dinner? Here's a meal tip from Royal Castle. If your day is hectic and there's no time to cook, save time. The Castle is known for tasty chicken, but have you tried our rotisserie chicken? Pick up a single meal of a quarter rotisserie chicken and any one side. Choose from crinkle cut fries, creamy potato salad, tasty coleslaw, or fresh salad. If you really like rotisserie, try one entire chicken. We even have the banquet special, a bigger meal for the entire family of one whole rotisserie chicken, 4 sides and a 2-liter soft drink. Make sure to pick up some of our creamy honey mustard sauce or tempting pepper sauce and have a delicious, satisfying lunch or dinner. Pop into a branch close to you. See you at Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
Lent is here, and the castle is making fasting easy and tasty. Come enjoy any of our 5 delicious fish options, all made with a fresh catch, seasoned local style, and cooked to golden perfection. Try the fish meal. 2 slices of fish with a side. The fish combo. 2 slices of fish, 1 side, and a drink. Maybe the fish sandwich combo of 1 sandwich, a side, and a drink. Want more fish? Well, the Royal Fish Meal is for you. Enjoy a slice of fish, a fish sandwich with a side and a drink. Or maybe you just want our famous fish sandwich. The delicious Lenten specials are hot and waiting for you at your nearest Royal Castle.
That tip was brought to you by Royal Castle. Our culture, our taste.
Good morning again. You know the bills have to be paid as well, and that's the power as well of economics in a society where it costs to do things. If you don't have money, then pressure. I'll take a call. Morning. Morning caller, go ahead.
Yeah, brother, morning.
Morning.
It's sad to see or to hear that in this day and age, 2025, we still have people with the mindset that the youths and them don't want to work and the youths and them don't want nothing. I don't know. I just be hearing people trying to explain to them week after week, month after month, year after year, and it's the same thing over and over. Over and over and over. I mean, to each his own, but
Yeah. I mean, it have some young people who are discouraged from work, who find themselves in a space where it is difficult for them to go out and do what they're supposed to do, and we need to fix that as well. But people want to survive, and there are a lot of people out here who are looking for work. They're calling my phone while I'm talking to you. I know, because I have resumes of people, and respect and thanks to some of the people who does assist me to assist others, and they want regular work. They want sustainable jobs that they could, and they do their work. Some of them is not, but they paint a picture like if to blame the people now for their shortcomings, their failure at stimulating our economy, their failure at dealing with crime and gangs and the culture, that subculture in our society that is negative. They want to blame those things on the people, and they have no responsibility. That is how they want to dub it, so to speak. That is how they want to put it forward.
every year I just want to mention Live Sport. Live Sport was a good program, you know.
That's why I'm saying
Program is not that fault, you understand? You understand?
it had some issues, but it was a good program, and many people benefited.
Yeah, people benefit from it, yeah.
Yeah.
Any do it will have good and bad.
Yeah.
Whether it's PNM or UNC, because if the PNM has brought out many programs in the past, and it was the same thing.
Yeah. Thanks, caller. Thanks. Yeah. I'm not knocking the hustle at the people who under pressure, who when they hear down in the office thing sharing out, they're running down there with pace. Pressure. You feel it easy? Go ahead, caller.
Morning, Culture. I want to tell you that your program gaining real momentum, and some of the original callers tune with you. I'll go and enjoy.
All right. I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Go ahead, caller. Morning.
Salaam alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Peace be unto you, Mr. Grant.
Oh God, my brother.
What's going on?
I'm trying to get into your program, which I think forward, you are perfectly correct. Now, the lady who called about the youths and them lazy and they want to do nothing, my sister, you know how much youths that have passes and working by Royal Castle, Kentucky, and with Subway, and they don't have a job to get with real passes in this country? Are you aware of that? All you know, this thing that they have in Mausika there with the Army and Coast Guard training the youth. You know how much youth qualified, some of them pass where they say they will get in the Army. And they idle all over the place. Good welder, good mason, good carpenter. So forward when you say it is the truth, the money people hiring the Venezuelans and the Spanish, where they could give them nothing. They have no lunchtime, they have no holiday, and they're making money. So it's a bright statement to use. Who have money in this country is who making more money. That is why I get disturbed when Rowley say the rich have to get rich to help the poor and not a seesaw. Which part of the world the rich is help the poor? Look at your father's school. Look at your father's school.
Yeah.
You know how much bright children come out from that school? How much assistance the government give that school? Eh?
Yeah.
I listened to your father in his dying stage, begging for pay for his teachers and them. And when you check it out, the Catholic, the Anglican, the Hindu, everybody school running that they could boast about.
Yeah.
Well, the government schools, with a zoning thing where they just put in black people children in an area where to be with crime. But for I take a drive up Lavanti Hill, boy. I know from driving coming down Lavanti Hill. Like it ain't no garbage.
Yeah.
It ain't no garbage truck is walk up there. You listen to this. I don't know, but I feel you ain't born in the time of Donkey City. In the days when we had barracks house all over Port of Spain, where the African parents was living in the colonial days. You know, they move out these people from where they call Donkey City. They put some in Leon and Doretta Street, but they never uplift with life. They put me with the same Donkey City and barracks culture. Look at Maloney. Watch Maloney, 21 buildings. Watch at the standard. We have a set of land all along Maloney. They could build a little factory. It had plenty seamstress. It had plenty tailors in Maloney. It had people who fix fan, fix battery, fix radio. We could put up a little industry there and help the youth in Maloney. The plan is not on that. The plan is to keep we poor and oppressed down. Now the Indian children have a better opportunity because the Lee school, the Indian people provide a job for them. Go buy all the tile, place all the hardware, all the things that the Indian own and watch at the population or employment.
Yeah, we're going to come to the end of the program in terms of time. Call in tomorrow now, man. We here a whole week, God willing.
Partner, God is great, but you see PNM, they have done an unjust to the citizens of this country, especially the black race. So they have a nice day.
All right. Thank you very much. So we come to a close with that one, and we will be back tomorrow, God willing, 6 to 8. Share it with a friend. We on. All right. Blessings to everyone.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
You've got bills to pay, and so do we. Let's go pay some bills on the Street 919 FM.
All right. Thanks for tuning.
Come party.
Hey, what's up? This is your boy Major Hype, and guess what? It's all about Tobago. We're getting ready for Tobago. That's right, it all takes place in Tobago, Scarborough, Pigeon Point. Everybody come out. Let me have a good time and let me enjoy ourselves now, man. It's all about comedy and party. It's going to be a crazy... Man, you see that I can't take with all you. All right. Let me do this. Listen, it's not a party, it's party. Let's have a party. You don't listen. You can't win everything, brother. The teeth in me right through, but it's okay.
Comedy Party, Friday, 18th April, Fairways Tobago Plantation, featuring Caribbean King of Comedy, Major Hype and Friends. Friday, 18th April. Get your tickets at Cache stores nationwide, Fairways Restaurant and the Lounge Plantation, Jenny's on the Boulevard, all E-Clip Eli locations, and online at islandetickets.com. Comedy show and party with all the